So yeah, we're gonna start on the top. So this is the final section of this lecture, and we're gonna be talking about the 4 types that are the highest functional compatibility with the INTP, since we just did the lowest ones. And the highest one is the ENTJ, which is awesome, absolutely awesome. It's really interesting because, romantically speaking, you do not often see INTPs getting with ENTJs, even though they have the highest compatibility overall, including sexually, right? They have super high compatibility in that regard, but you just don't often see that. ENTJs end up with ISFJs, actually, more than they do INTPs, at least in first world culture, as far as we know. But when they're friends, they can really do anything. And for example, a friend of mine, really close friend of mine, he's an INTP, and he's in business. He does business with an ENTJ, and he produces content while the ENTJ manages and executes, and they have just this amazing synergy to build this company up from nothing. And it's definitely helping people change their lives. It's saving lives, actually, helping people with their health on a regular basis. And this is just a perfect example of this kind of relationship. And here's how it goes. The INTP knows what they think. Oh yeah, not only do they know what they think, they worry that everyone else around them is stupid. Well, the ENTJ kind of already worries that they're stupid, or they worry that they don't have the answers, or that they worry that they're not correct, or that they worry that they have not verified their beliefs enough, right? And at the same time, the ENTJ is constantly asking the INTP, hey, what do you think about this? All the time. Hey, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Asking for the INTP to verify the belief system or the belief of the day for the ENTJ, or something that the ENTJ read or researched, etc. And always got to run it by the INTP TI hero. Hey, TI hero, tell me right now, what do you think about this? And then TI hero is like, hey man, I think that article's crap because of XYZ, because if that article is true, that would mean that this is true. And we both know right now that that's not true, so because that's not true, there's no way that could be true, because logical TI hero, right? And the ENTJ is like, oh, thank God for you, INTP friend, because I can actually use you to verify everything instead of spending so much time researching every little thing myself and then verifying every little thing in myself, because I can't trust everything I hear. But thank God I got you in my life, because I could just run my thoughts by you and how I feel about things by you, and you make me feel so good because you tell me what you think all the time and you're always right, and I constantly tested your logic on things to verify you were right, and you were right every single time, and this is just the best thing ever. Yeah, like that's literally their relationship. So INTPs are aware of what they think, ENTJs are aware of what they think, no conflict. ENTJs are aware of what they want, they're aware of their passion, they're aware of their desires, they are aware of what they want tomorrow, they have a plan focused on their own personal future for tomorrow because they're very future oriented. Everyone's like, but introvert intuition can predict the future. Yeah, sure it can, just not with other people. It's all about predicting your own future and seeing your own future in a straight line. And you are so focused, sometimes it hurts your peripheral vision in NI users, NI parents and heroes especially. But that's the point, you know. They know what they want, and the INTP knows what the ENTJ wants, and is able to warn the ENTJ when there's some bad things happening, right? Oh, you probably should watch out for that truck over there. It's going to crash, you know, into the building. We should probably build a wall real quick before that truck comes. No, it'll be fine. Oh, wow, actually, yeah, you know what? Now I think about it, you're probably right. There's a safety issue. Let's put the wall up, and then all of a sudden the truck crashes, and the wall did it, and the ENTJ is like, oh, thank God I listened to my INTP friend. Like, that's a normal thing. Because the INTP is able to provide guidance for the ENTJ's wants and be like, hey, you should probably want to do that, because I had a really good experience with it, and I was really safe, and this is a good thing because my SI child remembers how good it was, so you're going to want to do it because I did it and I had success. And the ENTJ is like, oh, thank God, because I am so aware of what you have done with your SI child. I'm so aware of anything that you're doing, and I can see that you're having success with it, so that makes me feel secure in doing it yourself and myself, and because I want to do it because I feel secure about it, because I see that you've already been secure, that you've already had success with it. What you're telling me is the truth, and as a result, I want to do it too, right? Again, no conflict. The INTP wants to receive good experiences, the ENTJ wants to show them good experiences and give them good experiences, and the INTP just loves it, loves to bathe in the SE child, if you know what I mean. So again, no conflict. The INTP is afraid of making the ENTJ feel bad. Well, the ENTJ is already afraid that they're a bad person to begin with, so no conflict. And because of that fear, the INTP is actually able to emotionally develop the ENTJ, and the ENTJ is able to be the moral compass of the INTP. It is fantastic, and I recommend it for both. Super healthy relationship. Then we have, we already talked about them being worried about being stupid, and the other one's worrying that he's already stupid. And then the INTP never allows themselves to do what they want because their any parent shows that everyone else in the world are basically like irresponsible with what they want. So, okay, if they're irresponsible with what they want, then why am I going to let myself want things? Because I could just equally be as irresponsible as everybody else. So I'm not going to let myself want things or be motivated per se. And then like the ENTJ is like already critical about what other people want because the ENTJ is all about being responsible with what they want themselves. So because they're responsible, they know everyone else is like not going to be responsible, but they see that the INTP is not allowing themselves to want things, or at least want the incorrect things until they're absolutely sure. So it makes the ENTJ able to trust the INTP because the ENTJ knows that the INTP, is loyal to them. SE child is able to lock into the loyalty of the SI child, and because of that loyalty need that ENTJs have, they know that the INTP is never going to betray them. And they know that the INTP is never going to change their opinion about them on a whim. That is what an NJ needs. NJs specifically are concerned that people will change their high opinions of them on a whim. What they need to understand is that NPs won't do that, except maybe like an ENFP, but I mean, as long as you got the status going and you're giving more status to that ENFP, I mean, that ENFP would be totally cool with it, right? Yeah, anyway. And the INTP has no real awareness of the physical environment. The mechanical awareness is all with the ENTJ, but that's okay because the ENTJ is not really aware of what the sensations they're getting. They're not looking to receive or be shown anything by the INTP at all, and the INTP is not looking to show, so no conflict. Also, the INTP does not give a damn how they feel, and guess what? The ENTJ does not give a damn how the INTP feels, so again, no conflict. So if you notice cognitive functions, they're able to find exactly what they're looking for all the way across the board. There is no conflict here. Everything is available in the ego, everything is available in the shadow, and this makes for one super great relationship. It is mega fireworks. It is very explosive. It is like, wow, you could read my mind, and we're finishing each other's sentences, and this is the best friendship ever, right? Except for when it has conflict. In conflict, it could be the most explosive relationship that you've ever seen, but especially in a romantic situation, because this is technically the highest romantic compatibility, and this one's technically the second highest romantic compatibility, even though they're also the first and second highest for social compatibility, and the same for professional as well, just so you know. All of the compatibilities, these top two, are the same for all of the different types of compatibilities. So based on this, when an ENTJ is in a romantic relationship with the INTP, it can be super explosive. And when there is any they read each other like books. They literally are able to interface with them so well that even if there is conflict, I mean, it could be super fixed easily. Wow. Probably shouldn't have left that window open, if you know what I mean, because there's like one open like right here. Allergies suck right now. Anyway, INTP and INTJ relationship, literally the exact same as what we've just described